Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and I'm here with a review for Class of Heroes 2G Remaster Edition on PC. Now, this released onto Steam on the 26th of April 2024 from publisher pqube, who can send me a copy for this video review. Now, this is the second game in the Class of Heroes franchise. Now, Class of Heroes is a dungeon crawling, classic old school style RPG game that came out many years ago, about 2008, I think it was. It may be even longer than that, on the PSP. The sequel, Class of Heroes 2, was then released, which improved on the original game, and then a PS3 release of the second game called Class of Heroes 2G was then released, which had more dungeons, party members, voice acting, all that sort of stuff. Now, this is a sort of remaster of the PS3 game. So you're getting all that voice acting and stuff like that. You're getting all the extra dungeons and stuff that were included. Now, I also got sent Class of Heroes 1. However, I was struggling to get it to work when I was playing it a couple of days ago, so that review will be coming soon. Unfortunately, I had to start with the second one. Now, you don't really need to play the first one to get into the second one, which was, thankfully, ideal. Now, this basically takes place at a school, and you basically play as students who you have to build up a team of them and then venture off on quests through a variety of different environmental dungeons. Basically complete these quests, defeat enemies, get loot, upgrade your party, sort of eventually you'll have a perfect roster because you'll pick the 6 students you want. There's tons of different races and classes of students to mix and match, and each of these have their own skill sets. And there's over 100 different sort of maps to make your way through. And during them, you'll encounter up to 250 different enemies. Now, it's very old school, this. It's one of those ones you get into the dungeon, and it's a lot of walking forward, backwards, left, right on a grid-based system. Going through a maze, sometimes you'll come to dead ends, sometimes you'll find traps, sometimes you'll find treasure. You'll keep getting random encounters as you progress, and it's played in a turn-based sort of situation. You decide on which order, what your character's going to do when it's your turn, and then it sort of plays out. Now, there's also an auto battle mode as well if you just want to play through the battles and you don't have to be clicking all the time. You want to, maybe you've been doing too many dungeons, stuff like that, which is nice. Now, this won't be for everyone. It's a little clunky. It's very menu heavy outside of the dungeons as well. I like a lot of RPGs. I've played quite a few of them, but this one took me a while to sort of figure out exactly what I was doing. Everything's hidden behind a menu of some sort, which is then hidden behind a sort of an environment, go to the library for your quests and stuff like that, and then trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing. Once you get into it, it is good, but it does take a while to sort of really get under the hood and figure out exactly what you want to do. Now, there's tons of different items you can get. There's almost 100 different items that you can equip, from armor to potions and stuff like that, which will help you on your sort of dungeon runs. There's also, like I say, tons of crafting you can do as well, which I thought was nice. There's a couple of 100 crafting recipes, which is cool. And there's 3 different schools you'll eventually go to by playing through the story. Each of them has their own characters and courses, and courses basically are quests and stuff like that, and quest lines. So it's really interesting. It's okay, it's just very old school. You'll go into the dungeons, it's very sort of PS1-esque graphics, slightly up-res. I'd say better than PS1. I don't want to be horrible, but I mean big, chunky, sort of low-poly 3D environments. Then you get into combat, and all the enemies are 2D sprites, the characters are 2D, and the artwork is fantastic on the characters and on the enemies. The enemy design's really nice. I do like them. You can literally get wiped out very easily, though. This is a very difficult game. It does take quite a lot to master it, and like I'll be opening a chest and suddenly one of my members is just dead. It like insta kills them sometimes and stuff like that. There's a lot of like RNG and stuff to be had, which not everyone likes. And there's a little bit of translation issues. Sometimes some of the lines didn't really make sense when I was reading them, but like not enough to warrant me struggling to understand what was going on. But honestly, there's lots of maps to work through, and they're all quite varied. Lots of traps and everything, and lots of exploration to be had, finding secrets, make sure you explore all the levels as you're going through them. And yeah, really good in that aspect. It just takes a little bit to get into, and I feel like it's going to be one of those Marmite games. You're going to really love it, or you're going to absolutely hate it. Now, on Steam, it's priced at £16.99, and it does fully support PlayStation and Xbox controllers. It's also verified for Steam Deck, has Steam achievements, and you can also buy it in a bundle with the Class of Heroes 1 game, like the remaster, for £27.18, so you can save 20% there as well. So check it out, hit that like button, and we'll see you soon for more gaming content. Bye for now.